Hello, Fangin Around fans. This is James here, just introducing this episode 10, I believe, of Fangin Around, which was never initially released because it was messed up with Dungeons & Dragons recording, and the recording quality is really poor. I'm really sorry about that, but I know some of you have requested for me to, release anything. This is just a heads up to let you know that you probably don't want to listen to this episode with headphones, maybe on speakerphone or some small speakers. That's the best way to enjoy it. Check this episode out, and I hope you enjoy. Sorry about the quality of the audio. Here is episode 10.
At least.
What do you mean at least? At least a vagina?
At least a vagina.
At most what?
Sky's the limit.
It's a Kanye West song.
You know he's banging Kim Kardashian?
I've heard rumours.
No.
They're perfect for
You
each
of all
other.
people would know that.
They're perfect.
I'm worried his art's going to suffer.
No, his art's going to blossom under...
No, but he only blossoms when he's down. He's
Nah.
oppressed.
No, she'll oppress him good. She'll oppress his
That
penis between her
booty.
tits.
Oh, doesn't she like golden showers? Isn't that her thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right, James. I think that's what I heard.
No, it's
In
true.
a sex tape, she gets pissed on it.
That's why she's famous. People forget.
She's
Don't forget!
porn star Kim Kardashian.
She made a freaky golden shower sex tape with some basketball player.
Look on your face when you said that.
It's true.
Like it's like freaking PhD.
Fact. Because it's a
Such
fact.
sincerity.
Because it's a certified fact.
I'm gonna look this up.
Do it. It's probably been deleted from a wiki page.
What is it? Kim Kardashian golden shower. Is that what's a golden shower?
Oh,
She's so
cow.
she's so rich. Kim Kardashian, the mystery golden shower scene. That was the first link. I've gone to the first link on Google.
live Googling.
Have you guys used Google before? It's pretty good. Just curious, but why do people go on and on and on about that Ray J pissed on her? Where did that lie come from?
Oh,
there was
what?
no golden shower scene in her video.
Wasn't there?
No, I think they edited it out because she released it. She didn't want it on tape, but I'm pretty sure.
Did Ray J say...
There is no scene. If Kim was black, they never would have made up that lie. But her family netted $65 million last year, so I guess it doesn't matter what people say. Says Creole can't read. Little Strawberry says, I always wondered about that. I saw the first 20 minutes of the sex tape and didn't see Ray J pissing on her. I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was so boring, and Ray J just looks disgusting.
I'm
Fabulous
going to TMZ.
Fabulousdom says, someone posted that in the...
TMZ has obtained an exclusive clip of the Kim Kardashian sex tape and has learned that the infamous water sports scene will not be part of the final version, so it got cut out.
Oh.
Just editing. Still happened.
Paris said, this tired topic again? Both TMZ and Ray J said there was no golden shower in the tape, but it didn't make the final cut. What? Sounds contrary. NY Miami says, that scene was edited out, but WorldStar had it on their site. Lol.
Oh, it's probably on Pirate Bay.
Tony Child says, I saw him busting on her face. Some drippy cum, but no pee.
But you're a big Nyan Cat fan, aren't you, Fred?
Yes.
Have you seen its golden shower video? All the best things have golden shower videos.
Nyan Cat Golden Shower video.
Did the Paris one get freaky in any way?
Remember when she had that one night stand with that Millsy character from Australian Idol?
What?
Millsy, that's right.
Do you remember Millsy?
Man, what's happened to Millsy?
I think he's in
What
something
happened to your
now. I think
cause
he's
to
in something.
He's on
celebrity?
like, does he host video hits or something?
Campbell. What happened to your cause to celebrity? I forgot
Peter
who's that.
Crundle?
Not Peter Crundle.
Who was it? It was that dude back on Ready Steady
Yeah.
Cook. My cause to celebrity.
This probably won't even work. This computer's too slow to do YouTube video.
What?
22 minutes.
Maybe I don't want one of these computers, actually. If it can... Mind you, my computer can barely do YouTube anymore.
Do you use the HTML5 betas? How
Hey,
you get
James,
to
why
it?
can my computer do GIFs? Or is that just all computers?
Can't do GIFs.
Yeah, no computers can do GIFs.
Oh, yeah, it's looking good. Off to a good start.
You should submit.
While this loads...
That
we do have
video.
to submit. Oh.
Who's that guy who's your closet of celebrity, James?
The Surge.
Search
for you. Surge.
Just post his video of him
Yeah.
at the beach.
If you don't get it done,
That's my entry. Surge can have the rights to this video.
yeah.
Just ask him, just shoot him an email, be like, can I use your video?
Yeah, but I have to do an invention. I don't.
Yeah, Serge. Just inventing his career. Just be like, imagine if this guy was awesome. Or was popular.
Count the minute hand in your clock. It goes back and forth with every second hand.
I know, it sways with the beat.
That's awesome.
Does it?
Yeah. It's the rhythm of the night, all night.
It's the rhythm of the night.
That's how you can tell it's that the minute's hands are linked to the second hand. And they have this, constant relationship where one of them's kind of edging the other one on.
Yeah.
The minute hand's got this one step back, two step forward kind of movement.
I really like it.
Live watch description.
With Rolexes, you'll see that as well. And Rolexes.
My Rolex in Thailand does that.
If I was getting an analog watch, I'd get that. Is it the Omega Seamaster the astronauts wear?
Yeah, would you? Yeah, how much is that?
They're like $300.
Oh,
Really?
what? Astronauts
No,
wear
they're
$300.
not.
There's a watch that I want to get, which was Yagin? Yuri
Jaguar?
Gagarin's watch. They made replicas recently of
Really?
his watch, and it actually looks gorgeous. It's amazing.
I'm gonna
It's so simple.
I'm going to steal that idea.
What, of getting that watch?
Yep.
Well, get it.
I need to
Or at least get a cheap Russian
yourself a job.
knockoff of the official one, because the official one, I think they limited it to 5,000 and probably cost $1 billion. But get the cheap knockoff, because I'm sure they
I
make.
was looking in the market for a new watch.
Yeah, check them out. Check it out.
It's Casio.
I bought a new watch recently.
Yeah.
I got it for my birthday.
Oh, I saw it. It's very nice.
I wasn't wearing it today.
Yeah.
Can
You know what I've
describe it?
taken to doing? Wearing my watch on my belt loop,
Get a fob watch.
Cool.
like that, and then I just check the time up. Yeah, because quite often if I'm
I have to
typing or
take
something,
my
it
watch off
digs
for
into
work
my
as well.
wrist.
I got to take it off
Yeah.
in case I contaminate my samples.
Yeah,
Speedmaster, sorry.
How much is it?
Speedmaster.
It's no way.
No, maybe it's 3,000.
Whatever.
Oh
Why don't you just hold up your air? Why don't you just stop doing that and hold up your air?
yeah. Yeah, James, this ain't working.
Oh, we can watch it in the mirror.
That's awesome.
It'll fix up all
It'll be
the...
backwards.
Just I'm falling in love with this design more and more all the time. Don't forget to play with this bit as well. While you...
There's your top kick video right there.
James, what you should do is saw this bit off
viral.
for the top kick kind of entry, just be, all over it, and be like, I've invented the hottest ride-on dildo.
Geekiest dildo.
Yeah,
That would sell.
That actually,
do it. Look at
it's
this.
got dildo potential.
Oh, can we put a micro warming device inside? It just makes it a little bit warm for it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to actually do it. You
Put
just
some
say
hot
that
oil
you've
on it
done
or something. I don't know.
Just
it.
It'd probably seep into the computer, but you
put a couple of resistors in there. It'll just
Yeah, we'll just.
nice.
Torch.
Talking about videos, has everyone seen my video?
No one's seen your video. What's your video?
It
8-Bit Dreams video.
has nobody
Oh,
seen my
it's gone
video.
viral. I saw it got 10,000 views on the first day or something.
Yeah, well, it's currently up to almost 19,000 views.
Really?
What the fuck?
I mean, it
Were you
peaked
guys
really
sharing it
No.
early. Well, you
to your
weren't
social
helping.
networks?
Mine's the same.
So you
it
can
looks
listen
the
to
same as
the
your
totally
social
sweet
networks.
music. So it's just all the...
What's the music?
It's by a totally awesome composer that I'm working with.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, this is running
Is that
shit.
skipping or is
Yeah,
that
it's-
supposed to be not?
James, can you make it not skip? Can you do it on yours? All these old Macs, they don't work.
Don't you just have the actual video?
Fucking Max, eh?
Nah, not on this computer.
The thing is, they used to work back in the day, and it was
Remember back
Oh,
in the
okay.
day when Macs worked okay.
At 56k.
so.
Okay, 56K.
But nobody
The
had Macs
cheapest-
back then.
The cheapest you can get on eBay
Oh, yeah?
is like $2,000.
Oh, so? Just get one.
Get one,
That's what you're going to do, isn't
You got
it?
a job?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would either buy that or nothing.
Watch-wise.
Check it out, Cam.
Oh, with an AD&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Rotate, sit and spin.
What angle do you
No, I want to be able to see the pen, the pencil, the AD&D writing.
What's your like-dislike ratio on your video, Campbell?
Man, so all those watches, nobody likes it. I think 2 people like it.
Well, it should be like 30 seconds of that every 2 minutes. Pretty annoying.
Why don't you load it on your, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Are you going to take it further? Alright.
Viral videos.
Oh, I like a viral video.
3, 2, 1.
Why don't you just make that your top gig video?
He has to predict the geek of the future.
Oh.
This is boring as.
Dislike.
Cat's not even running.
Should chase it a little bit.
There it goes. Let's just loop that section.
That guy does not know how to make a video.
Just leave his backyard.
He could sweep up the
It's a
leaves.
stray
yeah.
cat that he found.
I think that's not true.
You probably get it from the cat haven and pick up one. I remember the $5 cats in Kalgoorlie.
Oh man, those were the days.
What's a cat set you back these days?
More than that.
Well, I think you can get them free from the cat haven, but you have to sign all this stuff.
No,
Don't
they
they
give
give
the
the
cat
cat
for
the
free,
cat?
but they gotta give him the injections.
Oh, you have to pay for
money.
all the injections, yeah. That's right. Did you guys get a new cat?
No, Mum's gonna get some pets when she goes to
Victoria.
She should.
Gotta
She
get a
should.
dog.
No, she should start a goat farm.
Really?
Zoe's parents did it. They made bank as fuck. You see him rolling hundreds, man, in his Bentley.
No, but apparently they made a lot of money off it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Goat farmers out of Nimbin, and they'd be like, just hippieing it up. Cool. What does that say?
It says, "Death to the Imperial forces."
There's a Russian guy in my office, he might be offended.
What? Why would you be offended by the first man to travel into space? That you're showing respect and love and admiration. How could you? How could he?
Might think I'm not taking it seriously enough.
Yeah, we punch him and say, "Oh, is that serious
Do a
enough?"
Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Clock
him in the face.
Who did
Storm
Buzz Aldrin
off.
punch in the face?
Some guy was harassing him. Some guy, some
Buzz Aldrin?
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was harassing it. You can bring it. Where's the
Was
video?
Buzz-
Bring
was
it up.
Neil
No,
Armstrong? Or... It was one of them.
I think it was Buzz.
It was Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bring up the video. It's totally like the most awesome thing ever. Here we go. The second man on the moon.
It's like the guy's taller than him, just like reaching out and going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just the last thing you'd expect. That's awesome. I want to see the after effect.
Yeah, I want to see the whole video.
Dude rolling on the ground.
Man. Fucking idiot.
Like him even more now. Buzz Aldrin.
I think there's like a Louis Vuitton ad campaign that uses a whole bunch of astronauts in it. Have you seen it? It's pretty sweet.
Like retired astronauts?
Yeah. Like Buzz Aldrin and a bunch of the others.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it's
It'll
just
be
them
like,
sitting
I
looking
flew
up
the
at the
moon,
stars.
yeah. And then it'll be like,
Louis Vuitton, yeah. But, like,
Have you guys seen the ads for FPOS?
what do you mean?
It's like they're advertising FPOS. Yeah, they're
So it's a
always
new thing.
advertising FPOS.
No, they're not.
I've seen that
It's
one where
just
everyone's like queuing up at a cafeteria and they're like, beep,
No, that's not it.
beep, and then someone goes to pay with money and everyone's like, holy shit, you fucking idiot!
This is like everyone like walking. I think this
No,
is
that's like the fast swipe.
yeah.
Oh,
This is like
for purchases
FPOS,
under $100.
because that's a new
Yeah.
thing. This is just like
Yeah, well, they're trying to compete with all the MasterCard adverts.
Oh, but that
and, like,
fast
the-
swipe thing is magic, man. I was in this huge queue, everyone was taking ever. I done my thing, they scanned and went boonk, and they're like, oh, you're done. And I walked out in like 10 seconds. I was like the hero, people started
the
applauding me
ad's
going,
true.
That's like
There's a slow clap.
yeah. Because, like, yeah, everyone was holding up, fussing around change stuff. I came along and went, boonk, you know?
Fussing around with the change. I'll
Because
tell you what,
purchases under $30, you don't need a pin.
Okay, that's probably quick. Cash is quicker to pay than FPOS. I'm throwing
Not,
that
not
out
with the
there.
new not with the new. If the pay wave,
Yeah, I think if
but
there's
that's
a
not
pay wave,
FPOS. I think
yeah.
that's what this ad campaign's about. That's
yeah, yeah. Well, that it is weird if it's for FPOS. That's what I'm saying.
Does anyone want a beer? There's one here.
I can't. I gotta try.
No, I'm gonna try to chili. I might have one.
Go for it. Yeah, for you walkers, you guys can have.
I'm gonna ride my bicycle next week. I think.
Totally ride your bicycle.
I have to get fit.
You guys are actually paying this early, are you?
I am.
That would be
Lock it in.
crazy.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Or Eddie Maguire's frustrated with Malthouse. Is that what you're referencing?
I was referencing his illustrious career as host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Did you guys watch the F1s?
No.
Don't think anyone watched the F1.
I tried to get Fred into the other day, but he.
It's too complicated. I'm getting into NASCAR just to piss you off.
Oh, that would be
NASCAR.
so angry.
Pardon? Yep.
Nas, at least get into Indy and follow the. Was it
No.
Scott Speed, our Australian? I think he's got
You
like a
guys wanna
name,
go
just
to-
like Speed Racer. Like,
There's a monster truck demo derby on a Kwinana Speedway. Is anybody keen?
how much is it?
I don't know, but if it's not very
It's
expensive,
probably $10.
if it is,
Relax.
I'll go for it.
What
I think even
happened?
Zoe was keen.
Get some Bundy and
Sorry, I
Cokes.
was not keen. Oh yeah, you need to get a Bundy and Coke.
I will take the Ford down there. We can fit 6 people in it.
What
I'll
Ford?
drive. Dad's Ford.
So you got a
bench
Ford?
seat. Yeah,
Bench seat.
big station wagon.
Oh, the wagon.
Automatic.
Sorry. Yeah, with the Cono mode.
Yeah, I always turn it off.
To go real
Because
faggot.
he refuses to take it above 1500 RPM, so it's like
You should relabel those modes, Fred.
name mode.
Put a little sticker on there. That'll get you, Dad. Oh,
We brainstorm what I can scratch off from economy. Not really anything. Commie.
I'm sure you could
Call
get
me,
something.
yeah.
I'm going to type it in here. Is it spelt in upper or lower cases?
Uppercase.
Is it all in uppercase? It gives you a lot
Believe it
more
is.
advantage. You could put phony. Spelt wrong, but phony.
Coney.
Coney. Oh, that'd hurt with all the Coney stuff. He'd think he was some.
Did you see what he did with all the money from everyone gave him? Went out and got high and just went
Masturbated
naked,
in
running.
public.
Yeah, masturbating in public.
Apparently he was dehydrated and stressed.
Oh, sure. He's just like, man, this donated me like $1 billion. I'm gonna
But
go
you
and
know
get some
that's
ice and.
What I heard, it's all this right-wing Christian
It is. It's
evangelical
Christian
stuff.
fundamental. It's bullshit. The whole thing. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "That's not good." It's such this white savior
There's all these
narrative.
posters around uni which are like, expose Coney.
No.
But the International Criminal Tribunal already knows he's a criminal. They've got him at the top of their list, and they have for years. It's not like... It's just the general public. And what they're advocating is a military intervention. So they're wanting to send the military in. And if the biggest crime that he's using is using children soldiers, what is the international military going to go in and combat when they take on Coney? They're going to be fighting his children soldiers. It's...
Well, everyone will have
Weird.
forgotten about Coney. They basically already have, so...
Come Christmas time. There are... What is it? December 12th is the deadline?
This is why
Everyone
we
will
need
be
my
Christmas
little
shopping by then.
What happens in
quadcopter
Christmas 12?
assassins.
I think that's their deadline for making Coney dead.
When's-
line.
When's Coney Day? Like, is it April sometime?
Is it April? I thought it was
think
later
it's
in
been
the year.
gone, hasn't it?
I thought we... Did we get him?
No, because
Mission
he's already
accomplished.
left the country, isn't it?
America
Didn't, like,
Bar.
He's not even in the country,
he
apparently.
got driven out like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's not even in there, and his forces number like 300.
But I heard it was because they actually
That's a
made
lot
that
of people.
film like 5 years ago, and it's only now just gone viral or something.
I don't believe it. Is that because you posted it on your like?
No,
Page.
not like the what was that I got viral? It's a snap.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah,
How come you can't do it for your own stuff?
because it's
Why are you
not
doing it for
catchy.
them?
Like mine's like you got to sit down in the cinema and relax. And
James, you should totally
Do catchy.
do catchy. That's what you got to do, man.
yeah, but you got to have something to sell afterwards. So when I finish,
Jimster. Jimstagram.
Instagram.
Instagram, sell it for a bill.
Just make
Bill.
up a product to sell and
Make
then
a
sell
bill.
it.
Oh, come on, you could flip it
You
for
can
a
think of the-
bill.
you can think of
Yeah.
the product later.
flip a bill,
Come on, what about
Freddie
just
owns 5%,
alcohol?
I remember.
brew, home brew.
Just alcohol.
No,
That's
general,
a good
just
idea.
promoting drinking.
No, what's that stuff? Oh, we can't talk about them there.
Yeah, that stuff. Why don't you make an app
Golden shower.
which just like
Salvia.
why don't you make an app which just tracks your drinks? It's like Facebook or Twitter. It's just a social app.
That's a good invention.
You could
Drinkstagram.
I could do all the testing. I find out when I'm peaked. I'm enjoying alcohol, but I haven't lost control. Get it,
It's going
observers.
to take a lot of testing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
No,
and I get some of the. I don't do it myself, obviously, because I have, obviously, as Campbell says, my idea of going out of control is different to everyone else's.
Look, this is just an app, right? You set an account, and then whenever you have a drink, you log in and you just
No,
tap whatever the
you-
drink
you
is,
get
and then
a
it
s-
tells everyone on your
You
list.
just wear a wristband that's got Bluetooth. It
No,
sends
it's
it to
too
your
complicated.
phone.
Keep it simple. A real app, James.
No, but see, you would always forget to update. You have a drink.
Oh,
I'll
because you'd be with your mates, and be like, oh, another one. Look at me, I'm fucking getting pissed. Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
someone will be,
yeah.
like sitting at home going, oh, I'll just check it. Holy shit, James has had like 6 pints. I'm going to the pub. Woo! People
That is
would
a
love it.
awesome
People
app.
love getting pissed.
People will
Look,
love
combine
that.
that with Instagram's just people having dinner and lunch and cafes, right? It's just photos of food. This is just like getting pissed. Oh yeah, I'm having this beer, having this beer, having this beer, having a pint, having a pint, having a pint, having a shot, pint, fucking getting hammered with the cosmopolitan. And everyone goes,
Hey.
whoa, what?
But
would
wouldn't it
be-
be cool if you had like a wristband that just measured the blood alcohol coming
this
through
is
your
about you.
sweat?
Yeah, but you can't do that, James.
Yes, you're talking about
That's like $1,000 investment.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about a Top Geek video. That you
No,
can
no,
make up
no, I'm just talking about a killer app that you can flip
Oh,
for a bill.
this is for real.
This
Get
is
one of
your
those-
idea.
They got those, don't they? Didn't they make Lindsay
I
Lohan
bought-
that one?
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
why
then
don't
no
people
one's
do that
incorporating an app.
voluntarily?
Into what?
Nobody's incorporated that to an app.
Why not?
Because you know how you feel like, oh, I could go another one to keep this going, but you don't actually need to. Like, if you have an app that says, it tells you when to take a drink to
Like,
keep that
sometimes you're
same
sitting
level
around
of
and you're like,
awesomeness
you
that you
know,
feel when
you
you're
just go to the
just that
toilet,
right
right?
amount of drunk.
It's like you haven't done a crap for 24 hours. You probably feel like that.
But wouldn't you like an
Oh, yeah,
app
should take a
that
shit.
told you how much to drink to keep that perfect?
No, because if you were smashed and you
Pigness
look
of
at the
drunk.
app, you go, oh, fuck you, I'm going to get pissed again.
Nah, you would stick to it if you had.
No, because whenever you're drunk and your friends are like going, slow
I
down,
think there
slow
already is an
down.
app that does that for caffeine. So you tell it when you have a coffee, and it knows.
Yeah,
it's
I've seen
into
that
your
one.
bloodstream, and then the half life, and then you can keep like buzz to the max.
Does it work? Have you tried it?
I don't drink coffee, so I don't know.
I do. I'll get the app, I'll find out.
You're into coffee now.
Fuck, I drink too much.
Campbell, don't do it. It's so cliche.
Have you heard of Black Blood of the Earth?
Yeah, but do I ever talk about it?
You are now.
Yeah, well now, because it's come up. But do I come in and be like, man, I had the best coffee yesterday?
Have you heard of Black Blood of the Earth?
Maybe.
Is it just about how awful coffee production is?
No, it's this the purest form of coffee you can get, and you can like inject it into your vein and just get the perfect caffeine high. Google it, Black Blood of the Earth. Save it to your bookmarks. You'll be totally into it. You can only have one shot a day. If you have more than that, you probably have a heart palpitation and have a heart attack and die.
That's the whole point of coffee, heart palpitations. The movers and the shakers.
It's horrible. I had a coffee. Didn't like it. Got really agitated.
Yeah, you need to balance your buzz, man.
Got to balance your uppers with your downers. You got to have a pint.
Stimulants and depressants.
Tighten the coffee.
Yeah, pint of coffee.
I had a coffee beer in Prague and it was delicious. And it was like that after
You had a what, sorry?
a coffee beer,
Oh, okay.
and I had it as an after dinner beverage.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it gave me the pick me up of coffee with the relaxation of beer. It was very good.
It's like Irish coffees.
Yeah, I get red wine and have a sip of Pepsi Max, sip of red wine. And you get the ultimate.
You mix them in your mouth.
So that would be a great invention, combining Pepsi Max and red wine in one drink.
Alex
Yeah.
McRae's mates used to drink
No.
that. I remember.
But that's what...
Red, like a goon bag and a 1.25 litre bottle of Coke. And
Yeah, or they do that. It's a Bundian cola or a Woodian cola or whatever the fucking cola.
Red
Nah,
Bull,
because
a Jaeger bomb.
Yeah,
you want the sugar free
And
because the
Malone.
wine's got enough sugar in it as it is, and you have it if you overdose on the sugar, you start to freak out.
What's
and get
that
violent.
thing? What's in? You get violent from sugar.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sugar's bad.
What's that,
man.
what's that
It's
thing
like
that
crack?
What's the thing that they've got now? It's like Red Bull and Doritos or something in a drink.
in the
yeah.
Doritos. Yeah.
No, isn't that just a deal?
No. I think it's like a Red Bull in Doritos.
You get a really
it's
spicy,
Guarana.
it's like a spicy hot Doritos, and then it's a Pepsi, isn't it?
Isn't that
No,
is that
it's
real?
just guarana in corn chips, isn't it?
No, I think he's right. It's Guarana
No,
in a
I know
corn
what
chip.
you're thinking of. That was ages ago. Where it's like there's a specific brand of chips and a
Oh.
specific brand of
Oh, no, it
drink,
was CCs.
and they match somehow. So like
Yeah, there was really
cancer.
spicy CC chips, and then there was this special Pepsi Max lemon that had some sort of
Counteract
chemical
it.
that quenched
Balance
the spiciness.
Wow,
so you
so
go
you-
oh fuck, that's too hot. Have some Pepsi Max. Oh yeah. That's better.
Man, if I was in primary school, that would have been the hottest thing ever. Can you imagine?
Do you remember the boosters for Smith's chips?
Yes, flavor boosters.
Whatever that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they sometimes have that at McDonald's, don't
You remember Atomic
Yeah,
Tomato?
booster
How big
fries.
that got up?
they? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember when they had Mexi fries at McDonald's, like when we were in primary school, and it was a little sachet of pepper seasoning shit that you put over your chips.
That was delicious.
Now, it's all lobster and caviar and shit to impress
man,
me. You know, it
hate
takes
that
a lot more. It's expensive. Mind you, relative to my income, it's probably the same.
I don't know if that's true.
It's changed, not the products.
Remember back in the day? With
You guys gonna get into girls?
When Max worked, okay.
No, I'm over girls.
I have a
What are
TV
girls?
show. It's the new Sex and the City.
Oh, wicked. I miss Satsy so much.
Sassy.
Sex and the
Oh.
City?
Isn't the new girls the new Satsy?
You should
No.
you should totally download it and get Zoe to it. She'll give
What's
you
the show?
just called Girls.
Just girls.
Just torrent girls.
Oh, go
Should I should get you this?
go on the PBay and search Girls, and it'll probably be
You
the
said
most
you really
recent
like it.
upload.
Torrent girls.
And then show
youth
Zoe and be
sex
like, "Oh, I
in
think
the
we should
city.
check this out," and you'll totally get points for that, Fred,
All right.
for
Or
introducing
no,
her.
you need to be
If
like...
you're ahead of her,
Fluid if she's listening to the podcast.
No, you need to be like, this is my show, you're not allowed to watch. And then she'll be like, what is it,
She
Freddie?
won't believe that for a second.
Yeah.
Girls.
Get
Not
ready
always.
for a good time.
SATC.
We should record a cover of Girls, Boys, but call it Girls.
Can I do the film clip?
Yes, Fred in the bikini in the film clip, flopping out.
Flopping.
Slipping it.
So so you guys haven't liked my video, you haven't shared it. Thanks.
I shared it on Twitter.
You never shared it with me, Campbell.
It's on Facebook.
Well, I don't check Facebook, so how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, that makes it difficult.
I'll get home and
Do you check your Twitter?
Don't you care about me?
I'm locked out of my own Twitter.
Okay. You too.
When
Oh, and I retweeted MC Frontalot's tweet of it.
Yeah, MC Frontalot tweeted me.
you
Tweeted
still
about
down with Frontalot? You guys used to be pretty tight.
We did.
My man, Campbell White's 8-Bit Dreams.
I know,
He says
he's
my
called
man.
He's mad.
Yeah.
I know, he calls me his man. He hasn't talked to me in
Do
a
you
few
call
years.
him his man? I mean, my man.
Yeah, sort of.
Didn't do a song of that. I'm gonna be your man. I'm gonna be your man. What's that about you, Campbell?
I think it probably was.
That's pretty massive. Because that was a good song. Did you guys? I maybe talked about this week about that room. It's the quietest room in the world, and the world record for
Being
inside.
It's like, what happens to your mind if you're in there?
You can hear all your internal organs doing stuff.
No.
You
No.
just start to
Your
freak out.
heartbeat becomes deafening.
Yeah.
No.
I
You
wanna
hear
go in
your
there. And you
organs.
go-
Yeah, you
insane.
hear like the blood being pumped to your fingers and
You can hear the hair follicles
Yeah.
grinding away as they grow out of the skin.
you laugh, but you go in there and you're like,
Wow.
yeah.
Do you have to go in naked?
Otherwise, the rustling of your clothes will be deafening.
Yeah.
Maybe they let you if you pay extra.
And they have to put you through like a decompression chamber when you come out with slowly.
No,
Otherwise,
shut
it'll blow
up.
your, like you walk out into like a car goes past.
Was it like on year 7 camp, Harry?
Yeah.
And we went down that mine shaft, and the girls just started freaking out because it was so quiet down there. or
I
something.
remember that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I was like,
Probably
I wonder if
the
that's
same
what it'll be
thing.
like inside.
Did they?
Yeah.
Is it just because of the silence? There's like-
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what exactly. It's something to do with the sound down there. I don't know whether it was because of the ventilation fans. Maybe it wasn't too noisy or not noisy enough. I can't remember. But they really started to freak out.
Girls back then tended to freak out. Remember back in the day when girls freaked out?
Yeah.
No,
I remember
Freaking
when
right.
primary school when went to a when we went on camp in year 7, and we went to a old heritage house, and one of the rooms apparently the girls started like freaking out because there were ghosts in there, and one of them could feel ghosts, and all the other girls were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm okay, but I can feel that there's ghosts in the room," and like all the girls were freaking out.
did you freak out?
No.
A little bit.
No, I made fun of the girls.
Just a little
And
bit.
what happened, one girl was a vegetarian, and then after dinner one night, she kissed her boyfriend, who wasn't a vegetarian, and he'd eaten a meat pie, and then he tasted like meat pie, and she threw up. And she was like, "Ah!"
In his mouth?
No.
It was the ghosts.
It was probably the ghost.
Totally the ghosts. Have you guys ever seen ghosts?
No.
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 Bunch of scientists.
Have you seen a ghost?
No.
No, but I on music camp in year 9, we went to New
Did you
Norcia.
stick a flute in your vagina?
No.
It's topical, because...
Well, that movie did. That's how old I am. That movie wasn't even out then when I was a kid.
Wow.
So he stuck a flute up his vagina
bassoon.
before the film
Yeah.
even, before it was cool to do it.
And everyone was downstairs. They did a roll call, right? So everyone was downstairs, and then the power went out, and the basically all the teachers went up to investigate, and someone had pulled the fuse switch, in the power meter, which is right by the girls' dorm. So someone had to go into the girls' dorm, flick the power
We would
off.
sneak into a girl's dorm or school camp.
Yeah, but they did roll call. That was the thing. They did roll call. Everyone was accounted for.
Oh my god! And then was there a little voice when?
And
it
then they
started?
told us about all the people who had died in these old dormitories. So it was probably a ghost. Probably.
That's freaky. I don't reckon.
one of the
I don't reckon it was the
monks was
PE
like-
teacher that. One of the dads were like.
But yeah.
That's pretty freaky, Sometimes I get freaked out.
We were at a scout camp once in Canberra for some reason.
Oh.
And there was we were in a tent and there was thunder and lightning everywhere.
Thunder and lightning everywhere.
Yeah.
And the tent started to flood, and everyone was getting a little bit
Tent
freaked
started
out.
to flood.
And then this kid went off to try and find.
Like you left the tent.
He left the tent to go
That's rule
into
number
the
one.
thing. And he came.
Into what
and
thing?
What did he try to find?
We were away, and there was the main hut thing with all the leaders in it.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. He wanted to see them something. And he came back all freaked out, and he reckoned he saw this altar in because he kind of got a bit lost because we didn't know anything. He saw an altar in the bush, like surrounded by like an open field, like seats, and we were starting to really freak out. And he reckoned that the lightning cracked, and it was covered in ants. And then a few seconds later, the lightning went off again, and it was no ants on it. So this is when it was scared. So everyone was freaking out. That whole night, everyone was just jumpy
That
ass.
sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it was. And then in the morning, we got up, and it was like the chapel had a little altar.
So it was some creepy altar,
it was
some
a creepy-
creepy religious.
It was a creepy religious
yeah.
altar, but it was an altar.
Creepy. They
It
probably
was
fiddled with little boys on that altar as well.
Maybe.
That's what that.
My mum and dad did the hike across Tasmania that like those cannibals did. You know, back in the day. You've heard about that
The
story.
overland track? My
Yeah,
dad and
probably.
sister did.
Yeah. They did, mum and dad, and the guy that took them, right, he was a replacement for some dude who had resigned about a year earlier, right?
Because he'd been eaten.
And that guy before, he had been doing that track for 16 years, right? And one day before the tourist season, he did the track by himself, and he went to one of the cabins to prepare it, set it up for the next group of tourists coming through, like the day after. And something happened, and he resigned, freaked out, and said, "I can never come here again," and resigned and left. And
Maybe he murdered someone.
And what happened the next day?
he resigned. He was so freaked out by whatever happened. He never said what happened, but he was so scared, terrified of something.
Oh,
that
so
happened.
okay.
Yeah.
You read about that some incident in Russia about these people that freaked out?
We talked
Oh,
about.
no,
Remember we
the
did
whole
that one
village
that
started
Fangin
killing
around?
each other.
No, it's like these people were camping and they just found like mauled to death on some mountain slope, half naked.
The whole village.
No, it was like a few people.
Huh.
Like 4 people.
I remember there's that video online and they found that alien in the snow in Russia.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Have you seen Nyan Cat? They found this cat that like flies with rainbows.
What is that? Is it just an annoying song?
Annoying. I don't know about that. It's a bit harsh.
It's just a song.
Yes, yeah.
It is a song.
So what are you going to do for your Top Gear video? You got no time.
Can't you submit your...
You're batching all week, Campbell. How can you not have time?
Because
thinking you
tomorrow
could-
I'm at
you
DCA all day looking at support material for grants, and
What's
then
DCA?
Department of Culture and the Arts, and then Wednesday I'm at work all day, and then Thursday I'm at work all day,
You could
and then in
totally.
the evenings I've
Don't you have some free time at work?
got half an hour on my lunch break.
Cam, I was thinking for the video you could draw your geek, and then you could put sort of descriptive items like you remember that scene in Fight Club where he's looking at the IKEA room and it comes up labels. Like we can make a really simple animation of you sort of zooming into this video of this thing and little animations come, and then you can do a voiceover here, just describing what you're talking about.
Well, what I was looking at doing was drawing like a big image, probably black and white, like a big sketchbook of diagrams and things, and then using Prezi just to like navigate through, which is like just this. It's like a moving slideshow app, and then moving through it, and then doing a narration,
Right.
telling a story, like a moving picture story, I guess.
You get a Ken Burns effect on this?
Sort of like King Burns, but more stuff.
How do you know about Ken Burns' effect?
Oh, Fred
Who
loves a
doesn't
bit
know
of
about
Ken
the Ken
Burns.
Who doesn't know about Ken Burns? He's
Okay.
famous.
He invented an effect.
Yeah.
It's called the Ken Burns. It's almost as popular as the
Didn't he do like 100...
Georgian spread.
A whole bunch of things on baseball?
The Georgian spread.
The Georgian spread. You should update the wiki on that. Try to popularise the term.
Wikipedia. I wonder if my alcoholic reference to Cougar Town's still up.
Hopefully.
I bet
So-
that didn't make it into Encyclopedia Britannica.
No.
Oh, it's. Have you
On
watched?
Cougar
Do you
Town.
watch Cougar Town?
All the
Fred?
time. I'm a massive fan.
I'm a massive. Can I go handheld?
Oh, you're going to pull everything off the table.
Alright. I have to lean forward.
Any other scary stories? One time recently I was taking the garbage down to the bin and I was thinking of dinosaurs, and then I imagined a dinosaur and I actually got pretty freaked out down at the bin.
One time we were on the
There
Port
wasn't
Arthur
one.
ghost tour in Port Arthur.
That's pretty scary.
Pre-massacre. So there weren't as many
What?
ghosts as there were now. Pre-massacre.
A pre-massacre Port
Pre-Port
Arthur
Arthur
ghost tour.
massacre ghost tour.
So there were ghosts there already?
Yeah.
Because it used to
Not
be
as
a.
many. But
a
anyway,
jail,
it's not really
right?
a scary story. The guy was talking about how a spirit, I think, opened a door to this room. I was a very young kid. And just as you were saying that, the door creaked a little bit. But then it turned out, all my ghost stories are like this. The guy who was leaning against the door went like, yeah, away from the door. So the door creaked.
What was your biggest? What was your biggest irrational fear as a kid?
The wall that I slept alongside. I once saw do you guys have vivid memories of VHS covers from the video store? Like going and looking in the horror section and stuff at films you weren't allowed to look at?
Oh, right, as in the actual artwork.
Yeah, as I was looking at the covers of like films and stuff. Anyway, one of the films I looked at the cover of that freaked me out was a film called Basket Case. Of course, I had no idea what that film was about. But I interpreted it as some sort of creature that could come out of the walls. And that gave me an enormous, lifelong... Oh, it was probably this image here. Or equivalent. So as a child, I had this fear that this creature was going to come out of the wall at me. So I couldn't sleep too close to my bedroom wall.
Fair enough.
That the bed was pushed up alongside again. So I had to sleep right at the edge of my bed. That was one bedtime fear.
That doesn't look very scary.
I used to be scared
Not
of
now.
the hallway leading up to my bedroom.
Not now, it doesn't look
terrifying.
scary, but as a small child. And the other fear I had of my... Oh, it was probably this image. Look at this image. Where it seems to be, like, coming out of the wall even more. The one I've got highlighted. Do you see it? And attacking someone? It's kind of hard to make out. I'm sure that was on the back of the cover.
Oh, yeah.
And the other fear I had was sleeping on my back.
Spiders getting in your mouth?
No, from the Elephant Man, because at the end of the film he died after sleeping on his back.
The David
Your
Lynch
parents let
Yeah.
you watch The Elephant Man?
It was like in year 6, so this was quite a late development fear. But it carried on through high school.
Really?
And I still can't sleep on my back. I don't particularly like
I
lying on my
can't, but
back.
that's not a Elephant Man related thing. It's just.
No, this was.
Sorry.
I love sleeping on my back.
Can't do it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like to sleep on my side.
But isn't that why you snore, though?
Apparently I snore. I don't believe it, but
I
get woken up if I sleep.
Sleeping on your back is the number one cause of snoring.
And
Well-
obesity, you fat cunt.
I am getting a little bit fat. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, Briney says I snore, but like...
I can't hear
You've
you.
only just started.
No, but honestly, I can't hear it.
No, but that's the same thing, because if I sleep on my back, Zoe wakes me up. And I don't know. Just wake
But it's
up.
like,
It's like
Briney will be reading a book in bed, right? She's got the light turned on, and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I want to go to sleep. And I'll lie on my back, and I'll fall asleep. And it'll be like, I'm not really asleep. I'm sort of like in that sort of like half sleep stage.
Yeah.
And she'll like poke me and jab me like, Harry, shut up, you're snoring. And I'll be like, I'm not even asleep, but I can't hear myself snore.
No, but you were asleep. You just got woken up, so you thought you weren't. You are asleep.
Yeah, but it's freaky because you think you're not even asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because you're in such a light
Does
state.
it, you ever
Yeah.
where you don't even remember it?
I've never remembered myself snoring.
No, as in being woken up.
Oh, I barely remember. Brandy's always poking me in the middle of the night.
But why would she make that up? That's the other thing. Do you think you're not snoring and she just likes poking you and waking up and going, shut up, Harry?
Sadistic.
I really
Because
think-
that's a worrying relationship if you think she's doing
I
that.
actually think that's a lot of the time.
Because do you see that
She's got
episode?
an iPhone. She can do it as I didn't record you snoring.
Oh, yeah.
She's never done that.
Wow.
She should
That's
do
the
it.
freaky thing. She could have done that.
That is
And giving you
chooses just to
empirical
poke me.
evidence.
Have you seen that episode of The Office where Jim and Dwight are fighting, and Jim puts a little... every morning he comes early to work, and before Dwight gets there, puts a little fishing weight inside his phone receiver. Like one new weight like every day for like 6 months. And then at the end of the 6 months, he takes all the weights out. So when Dwight picks it up, he just goes smack into his face because he's used to picking up a heavier phone.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like that, where she's slowly like psyching you out, like, oh, you're snoring, and then you start to believe
That
what
you're
she
snoring,
says.
and then she'll have a husband who snores.
Yeah.
Which
No, but
is
she
her end
won't.
goal.
She'll have a husband who thinks he snores.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
she starts.
paranoia.
She'll be like, oh, I'm sick of this guy. Harry, you're
Yeah.
snoring. Go in the other room.
It's a classic case of marriages where it's like, oh, it's like,
There's hundreds of documented cases.
This is typical of marriages.
but that's what they say. They start to doubt. They say, "Oh no, you're doing something," and then people start to have doubt, and you trust the person you love. So you have your whole world perception changes. Like this is
Shit, I've never thought of it that way,
Yeah.
James.
Shit.
yeah.
Thank you for enlightening me.
I say set your own iPhone recording to see if you.
Oh, yeah, so you don't
you
get
can
any
test
such
it.
Slide
Yeah.
the tables and poke briny off and just be like, you were snoring.
Oh,
And it should be like, no, just be like, no, I wasn't. I was wide awake. I was reading my book, and you were like, oh, you thought you were because
was
you
a
were
dream.
asleep, and I woke you up.
yeah.
All right.
Just do it
Turn the
once.
Thanks,
tables.
guys. What are
Marriage
friends
advice.
for?
Poke your wife. Not in that way, actually.
My wife.
Both ways. But not in that both ways.
Thanks, Fred.
Poke your wife and say,
marital.
why were you sleeping? You were sleeping.
My wife.
Yeah, my wife now.
I get this totally sweet stuff for my character.
Yeah, we should all get totally sweet stuff.
Lightning
We
horse.
put this in the game.
Yes.
No, we're like Game of Thrones now. With each other in symbols. House Banes. It's a snake.
Does that mean I get a horse to ride on?
Yes.
No. You can eat a horse.
You can eat a horse if you want.
I don't think I should do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I get the sense you're trying to break yours, Harry.
What's the chances by next week at least one of
Yeah,
these?
at least one of
broken?
these is going to be gone.
Do you have to bring them every
I'm
week?
like Gandalf.
Oh, just leave him.
He's like,
No, I want to put my home though.
I'm taking Briny
Oh.
totally wants to see mine. She'd be like,
I can't carry
As
my
long
home.
as she doesn't steal it.
'Cause I
As long
can't
as she
get any
replies to my
characters on my
emails,
motorbikes,
text
I'll leave
messages, and phone calls, she can have a look at it.
I'll tell her.
Tell her to reply at least to one of the things I've sent her.
Yep.
I want to reinforce mine with metal
Don't do it, Fred.
so it can be used as a weapon.
You totally fuck it up.
Yeah, you'll fuck that up. How are you going to reinforce it with metal and not fuck it up? Are you on Instagram?
I've totally Instagrammed.
Oh! That's going to get so many likes, and
Cool.
I'm going to get on Instagram and like that.
So you quit Instagram.
Yeah, well, I'm back on just for this
What about
one.
Jim's Instagram?
Just for this one last job.
James, what's this?
Oh, that's Tumblr.
Fez.
Do you
What's
guys read
that?
the latest
It's like the hottest
XKCD?
No.
No. You hate that? Do you read XKCD sucks? Because I like that as well.
I don't read either of them.
What did I talk about? Fez.
No, he was predicting that by some date the word Tumblr will eclipse the word blog. Google searches, aka people won't be talking about blogs anymore. They'll be
I'm talking about tumbling
Tumblrs.
things. Using that as the...
And the Tumblr sphere.
What's a Tumblr?
I don't know.
Campbell, what's a
Google it and
Tumblr?
add to its domination.
Tumblr is a brand of blog.
It's like
Is it
blog or...
It's kind of like, you know how Americans call vacuum cleaners Hoovers.
Oh,
Google the
okay.
French.
I thought a Tumblr was like just a photo blog.
I guess it kind of started as photo blogs.
It's a really weird culture
What's
where
like,
people
yeah.
just blog what other people are blogging,
It's...
and then they get credit for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stealing of stuff.
Isn't that like everything?
Yeah, it's kind of like the internet.
But Tumblr just makes it easy to steal because
Yeah.
it's just like one button and it goes
Just
post
makes
straight
it-
to your blog.
But it's more like... It's like more Twitterfied. Because you're retweeting stuff and liking
Yeah.
things. And it's like if Twitter and Facebook had a baby with Blogger.
There's heaps
Maybe?
of like naked photos on Tumblr though.
Well, it's everything.
Oh,
I haven't gone.
here is April.
Oh, what
check
about
out.
that
You have to
Tumblr
follow
we
a particular
found?
person,
Oh.
just retweet Tumblr.
Why don't you pull that one up? Harry
You can just
missed
follow
it.
the Twitter of some like porn star.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Here is
if you knew
April.
your Twitter password.
Here is April. I highly recommend her Tumblr. Here is April Tumblr.
Can someone show me a picture of this? Here is April Tumblr. It's an iPhone off.
Maybe. Yeah. I think she's called April O'Neil after the Ninja Turtle.
One of my friends just bought a Windows smartphone.
Lame.
That was my
What?
response.
What one?
Don't know. Well, which friend or which phone?
Oh, hey, it's April.com. Yes, if you want a porn star Tumblr, that's awesome. Check that out. Not safe for work.
What? There's a porn star Tumblr's account.
Oh, it's just
not
her.
safe
Yeah,
for-
well, she just happens to be a porn star. And she Tumblr, and, you know, sometimes she takes pics while she's working.
Well, after watching that Louis Theroux documentary on porn,
Have you been watching
Oh, I
Fez?
can't wait to
Have you been
see
playing Fez?
Yeah,
Is it the shit?
it's pretty awesome.
ow,
It's super casual.
what's the Fez?
It's a game that was first announced like 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago at least.
It's just like her, just taking a regular picture. Yeah,
I thought you
some
didn't
funny
look at that
guy.
sort of stuff.
This is a game I'm interested. Video. This is me. What I'm reading
So
the book
far,
about
I'm not
X
loving
Files. I meant
Oh,
a McDonald's,
coffee, lame.
and then I got a picture of me, glasses, holding a thing, and then boom.
Yeah, but would you? I don't know. There's too much context, or not enough. I
Fred,
don't
context is everything. Context is
Oh,
God.
She's having a coke. Oh, she's hanging it down with a dude with glasses.
Oh look,
I
she's
know
hanging out with the Red Ranger.
Nah.
She's named. Her porn star name's named after April O'Neil, the Ninja Turtle. Don't you?
Really? That's cool.
It'd be cool if she was named like Splinter.
That's really gross. Rocksteady and Beaver.
Oh, she is with some guy
Is that the
dressed up as the
replica?
Doctor,
Mm.
the best Doctor Who.
Is that the replica? Is that the new version? That's the old version.
I don't know what that is.
That's old.
What does she
Too
do?
dirty.
Pun?
She has sex with men for a living.
Yeah.
Tumblr crushes. Nah. I'm not.
Do you guys still
convinced
read
that's
Penny
worthwhile.
Arcade?
No.
Sometimes.
Who reads Penny Arcade these days?
Do you read any webcomics, Harry? No. Yeah, but that's just like a bit of porn that you can find.
Fred, if you just break down that to everything in life, that's just a bit of porn that can be found in there.
James, what's happened to you? You used to be like different.
Anti-porn.
When was I ever
It went from
anti-porn?
no porn to no porn on communal computers.
When was I?
Which by
Well, I
implies
started
a
writing my
shitload
own porn. And I had to do research. That's how it all began, if you want to know.
That's a piece of gross shit.
That's such a Gary Glitter
I had this
style.
character who wanted to
Oh,
run
but, you know,
outside,
since I've-
look it up and-
Haven't worked out how to make that porn movie. I've stopped watching porn.
Check this out again.
So, are you getting into the porn industry, James?
I'd like to. I don't know how to
That could be anybody. Right?
get in. I mean, I'm sure there's easy ways to do like really crappy stuff, but
There's a first step.
You should apply for a DCA grant, Young People in the Arts grant.
You should go Louis Theroux style, James.
I was going to do that with the cat haven.
Why didn't you do it with the cat
Cat
haven?
porn.
Oh, it didn't work out, did it?
Why not?
Some politics, they wanted me to make a doco about it, and then they to convince the government to do something, and then the government did it, so they're like, oh, we don't need the doco anymore.
Why don't you just make a doco about him anyway? I'm sure they'd like it.
I'm working on other stuff. There's not as much motivation if it's like
Is this
there's no
April
purpose
O'Neil's
behind it.
Twitter?
It's just a lot link.
Some dude he's just found all the other tits on Tumblr. Well, I don't see any reason to go Tumblr.
Are you sure, Fred?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you get Tumblr and Twitter for it and link them together?
And Instagram.
And Instagram.
And Gymstagram. And that cool app where you can post, update, let everyone know how many drinks you're having.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Should I get Foursquare?
You can do all the Foursquare stuff through. What's going on?
Yeah, but that's again, I don't know. If that's just...
Are you feeling the
Yeah.
void left by James Mack when he
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
departed? He just sit here watching porn.
Oh, those cams.
On my
he was
free
really
games
into.
and just...
My free
He'd
cans.
just be like, and then he'd be like, hey. And then whoever's on the other side would be like, what are you doing? He'd be like, hey. I don't think he was ever that into the D&D.
Pretty much.
Did he say anything about D&D? Did he say he missed it? Why is it?
Oh, you caught up with James Mack. You're the first person to see him.
For my birthday, he bought me a Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt.
Hey, how your headphones are on backwards?
No. They're not.
They are.
They're on totally. What do you mean backwards?
Well, that one says R for right.
Well, it's just a mono input.
Whatever. They're exactly the same back and front. There's no.
I bet it'll feel
Is that more
nicer.
comfortable?
Oh, whoa! You guys feel in 3D now.
Oh, fuck you.
You guys were like sounding like you were totally behind me, but now
We're in front of you.
You're in front of me. Shit.
So what do we have to prepare for next week, Fred? Do we have to do
I
anything?
think we've got everything now.
You need...
Just your walking sticks.
walking stick. It's paper and pens only. You need a printed out sheet
Ooh.
and a pencil.
And dice.
And some dice.
What about this?
You're going to have to be
space?
pretty strict on enforcing people to update their sheet to the cloud after every sesh, Fred.
No. Well,
No, surely it'd only be when you
if
level
you
up.
lose the sheet, yeah, it's only when you get stuff.
No, but you need to track your health and stuff.
Yeah, no, well, I'll have a copy of that.
Who tracks their health anyway?
Just get to the, that's what I'm saying. We might as well get to the point where we just have a D20 and we're just
I'm
telling
gonna track
stories
your
and being
health.
like, yeah,
Well,
just
I'll
roll
try
it.
and track health, because I'll know how much damage is being dealt. So then hopefully I just keep it on a piece of paper.
Good.
You're going to make that a stash, Harry?
That's what you're looking at, isn't it?
Dope.
Maybe Fred needs to wear those headphones that you're wearing, Campbell, so
So why?
when he leans back and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, Fred, you should have this one with the flip down.
Is that mic in?
No, but it looks cool. Man, so you can get one of these Yuri Gagarin watches
Hey,
for
Campbell.
about $400.
$400? No, that's fine.
Campbell,
How much is a watch?
Well,
I'm used to buying Casios. They're like
this was
$60.
$10.
Campbell, you don't have an Xbox to play Fairs, but have
No.
you played Braid?
I played a bit of Braid. About half an hour of Braid. And I haven't played Fez or Journey.
Or Portal?
I haven't played Portal.
I didn't like Portal. I got Portal. Fred.
All I asked you
What was that?
in return for borrowing my
No.
Xbox was to play Portal, and you
I said
haven't
I
even
played
done.
half of it. It's not as good as the other one.
Oh, you can get an old one. Okay.
Can you get an old one? Can you get vintage?
Oh, that is that one. Oh, look, in Russia they've probably been making these and knockoffs forever.
I'll go to some Russian site. Give my credit card details.
Yeah. This is a 50th anniversary one. I like the design. I think it's just really nice and simple.
Maybe I'll just get to this.
Oh, check it out. It comes with
Does it
a...
have any features though?
No. I mean, it's got a motion... It's a motion... No, I don't know. What the hell's that thing called?
Perpetual battery thing.
Well, it's
Yeah.
mechanical, so and it's got the...
Do you have to wind it though?
No, because it's motion. So as long as you're always wearing it...
Even in
it's...
space.
Even in space, right?
Well, I guess it's
Presuming
made
there's
in
no
space.
gravity.
Well, it's
Yeah,
all
it
motion.
doesn't rely on gravity, right?
It
It's
relies on
momentum.
motion. So when you're walking, the swinging of your arm keeps the pendulum moving, which keeps winding the clock. That's why those people have those watch cases with the watch holders that keep moving, so that it keeps the watches
Really?
wound. Yeah, so that you're always
Are you making that up?
no.
That's the boy cried wolf sometimes.
I agree. Cried wolf too many times.
I never cry over spilt wolves.
Did you do back scratching, Harry?
Oh yes. Oh. Oh shit! I should have got the. Should have got the snake.
I'm sure yours would be good as good.
That's pretty good. Not as good as that.
Oh, look, I can't be bothered looking this thing up. If you don't...
Yeah.
I'm too busy looking at vintage watches to look at... I don't know what the thing's called.
Amiga Speedmaster is the only vintage watch you need.
Amiga Speedmaster. I gotta look
It's
this shit.
$3,000 though.
Well, save up, you bumps.
We don't want it. You want it.
Oh, you do want it. You just don't know it yet.
I know perfectly well what I don't
You wouldn't
want.
want the watch that went to the
This is
moon?
like the Cold War all over again.
No, I want the watch that first went into space.
First, the Yuri Gagarin.
What kind of
Yeah.
watch did the monkey wear?
Nah, he just had a button for the banana. He didn't need to know what the time was.
Did you guys watch Derek?
No. Is that like Dexter?
It's Ricky Gervais and Carl Pilkington in a dramedy.
No.
It's a one-off episode they did.
James, that's an ugly watch.
Let's see.
It's not about what it looks like.
It's all about what it
its
looks like.
historical significance.
That's all it is.
So that was the one that the Americans used.
Oh, well, I will get e-ink watches. See them.
All a watch is what it looks like.
No, I tell
Yeah,
you
we'll
what.
get an e-ink watch.
It's
Then.
about performance as well. You need seconds going seconds.
It needs to be accurate to within 10 seconds a year rather than 15 seconds a year.
No, but what if you actually get projected into space? What time? We wouldn't know what the time was if you
Yeah,
took a regular
after
watch.
like 50 years, it'd totally be like a minute out.
Phosphor
Sit
watches.
there, that.
Phosphorwatches.com with a PH.
Yeah, well, what if you got ejected into outer space before you saved up
Apparently-
$3,000 to buy a Speedmaster?
Alright, it's not too bad. It's a pretty nice watch.
How do you see the?
It's excessive. I don't like the...
Yeah, it might be minutes a year. I don't know.
I don't like the too much stuff going on. I don't need
know what
four
a
different
watch
dials.
is good too, but I don't think it's seconds in a year.
E-ink watches, man, they're the future.
Quartz watch.
No,
It's like 20 seconds a year a quartz watch.
Maybe.
you
It's
should.
like reading paper,
Seconds in a year.
but it's a time.
Like a million-ish.
No, maybe it's 20 minutes a year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
It has world time.
but you're in space. There is no world time.
Yeah, you run on universal time like everyone should be running on.
Yeah,
You
what
guys
time?
remember that Swatch?
GMT, that's where it's at.
10 to 20 seconds a year.
Speedmaster.
That's pretty accurate.
Speedmaster lose 20 seconds a year.
No, it's a quartz watch.
It's like 10 to the minus 9. No, it's not. 10 to the minus
What about an
6.
atomic watch? Atomic watch.
That'd be. There's like. What is it? Nanoseconds in billions of years or something.
Whoa,
But this
wicked.
takes up a room.
Oh, give it a couple of years and get it out to watch that. Why is an atomic clock so big?
It's fucking complicated.
Sounds stupid.
Because you have to isolate the atoms from the environment really, really well.
Oh, so it's not actually like mechanical at all.
No, it's shining a laser at atoms. Really, really cold atoms shining a laser at them.
Wow. Why did they think that was a good idea? What are they using it for?
They measure time.
Oh, okay. That's a
what-
pretty good
That's what
reason.
the standard, the NIST American clock.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've always wondered about,
that's pretty good.
if a terrorist network wanted to take down the world,
They target the atomic clocks.
if they targeted all the atomic clocks and all, like a few of the atomic clocks in the national labs around the world, surely then people wouldn't really know exactly what the time was. As in,
And then?
I don't know. Surely bad. Surely would fuck something up.
Surely if a terrorist organisation wanted to disrupt things, they'd block.
In 1964, in what aerospace watch enthusiasts think of as the Great Space Race Watch Torture Test, which culminated in a selection of the Speedmaster. Basically, they tested the crap out of it and found the Speedmaster was the best.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have.
I want to know more about space, aerospace watch enthusiasts.
Yeah, it's quite specific. How many watches have been into space?
Specific watches or number or type?
Well, with NASA, you're only
Types
allowed
of
to take the
watches.
Speedmaster.
Is that a...
Oh,
marketing
how
deal?
much did they pay to get that license?
No, they tested it all.
Bullshit.
Kickback.
I reckon I could wear this
NASA's
$10 watch up to NASA, up into space, and it would work
I don't think
fine.
that's true.
Why not? What would disrupt
Pressure.
it? No, because I'm in a spaceship.
Vibration. Put that on like a. Put it like.
Yeah, while I'm
engine
going
block in
up.
your car.
Yeah, maybe while I'm going up into space it wouldn't be good, but once you're up in there, there's no vibration.
How are you going to get up there without going up?
Yeah, but like it wouldn't work, and then I'd go up and I'd go, oh, I better change the turn.
No, isn't it to fall off it?
Nah.
You think they'd wear digital watches? Because there's space. Yeah, futuristic.
You'd think they'd have atomic clocks.
Atomic
Clock.
I'm totally bringing my iPod Touch next week. Oh no, we can't. It's pen and paper.
Oh, that came back to bite you quickly.
Dang.
Surely there's exemptions for the DM.
Yeah, because I wanted to Google facts.
Can you get a bit of a soundscape happening as well? I kind of wanted to do that for mine, but I didn't get around
Like
to it.
songs, that's about the best I could do.
No, just ambient sounds,
I could
pub
probably torrent, like a
sounds,
sound effects pack.
or just like forest sound file that goes for an hour or something and loop it, or just some ambient sound.
Whale song?
No, that's annoying.
Speedmaster, NASA bought them for $82.
$82.
Wow, down from $3 grand.
For $3
Yeah.
grand. You don't think this is a deal?
Get it, buy
James,
it.
get one now. That is
What if you get propelled into space in a couple of days and you don't have your speed?
What would Richard Branson wear when he went into space? Or the other dude, the Russian. Was he Russian?
Yeah, he was.
Space tourist.
He probably wore the Yuri Gagarin watch.
I'd wear what the Russians wear. They'd probably still wear that.
They probably still wear that
Nah.
Yuri Gagarin.
No way.
Yeah,
No way. The Russians are.
I love a bit of space history. Oh, look at this edition.
Have you
So
seen
what did NASA do to the poor chronographs they selected? Well, they baked them up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. They froze them to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. They soaked them 95% humidity steam bath. They oxidized them. Pure O atmosphere. That's right, boys and girls. Pure oxygen is very reactive and will break chemical compounds down. Why do you think antioxidants are good for you?
I don't know why.
They jolted them at 6 Gs in 6 different directions.
God. Gasping.
Choking at the thought of 6G and...
On a watch.
They
Who could do that to
decompressed
a
them.
watch? They decompressed
But
it?
if it's
They
gonna kill a
vibrated them at
person, what's the
2,000
point of
hertz?
killing them to a watch?
They vibrated them at 2,000 hertz.
You want the watch to go so that if you find the watch, you know when the person died.
They blasted them with 130 decibels of sound.
So you should have a watch that can suffer no more than a human.
Wow. Fred's really thinking. Did NASA think of that?
No.
Have you
Because
read,
I'm
have you
smarter
read
than
The
NASA.
Illustrated Man?
No. I don't even know what it is.
I think it's called The Illustrated
Yeah,
Man.
and the
Ray Bradbury.
Speedmaster timed the 14-second
Science
mid-course
fiction
correction
books.
burn from the
No,
Apollo
I read
13 mission
Fahrenheit
that saved their lives.
4:1.
You should read this. It's just short stories. It's like a dozen or so short stories. But one short story is about a astronaut whose spaceship's exploded, essentially, or broken apart. And he's left drifting, and he's going to re-enter Earth's atmosphere. But he's got like enough oxygen, and he's just been set on this course, and he can't stop it, and he's like re-entering Earth's atmosphere, and then he can see that one of his other co-pilots, that when the ship blasted off, you can see them like just shooting off into outer space, like into the nothing, and he's like watching, disappearing as a speck, and he's like shooting.
Basically, apparently, the
About it.
Speedmaster saved Apollo 13. It saved the day.
Now it's Tom Hanks.
How?
I thought he used a pencil clip or something. For the
He
switch
had
broke.
like a duct that was square and a tube that was round, and they had to fit them together.
Yeah, that was...
And the Speedmaster was the key to fitting.
They used the tachometer.
Yeah, probably to calculate how fast they were approaching the moon. Imagine that going on when you're in space. Fucking
Have you
crazy.
seen the computer they used on those things? It's like the beads along the wire.
It's
and
crazy.
Beads along the wire?
I couldn't really hear what you're saying.
And it's like 64-bit because it's like a.
I remember
8x8
back in the
grid.
day with 64-bit.
Going to the moon.
We need to set ambitious goals like that again. We need to set a goal of, in 10 years, 100% renewables. Man.
It's still gonna work.
Oh,
if they're,
as
if
in,
they're
like,
sending
moon
someone to the
goals.
moon...
No, but there's a difference
With, like,
between
the-
one person and society.
Well, as
It's gonna be
country, as a country,
times
as a
harder.
country, you
Where
go
do you go? When you go nuclear? You go nuclear. Solar. Yeah, solar's not one.
solar, wind,
No,
thermal,
No. Not
Geothermal?
enough energy.
tidal,
No.
all of it.
Not efficient enough.
They'll all be efficient.
I'd say most of
And
them.
everybody, cut down a little bit. Take it
Yeah, we
easy.
should do that.
No more fossil fuels. That's bullshit. That's Stone Age shit. We went from whale oil and like hard coal in people's like living rooms to petroleum. And we can make that shift again.
Good point.
As a nation, Britain went, we're going to move to
No,
petroleum.
but that's bullshit. They didn't go as a nation. Petroleum came along and it was probably cheaper and more efficient, so people used it. They're putting a bit crap about sustainability back then. So if something came along and it's
cheaper and it's easier, people will use it. But it's not, so they don't.
Really?
But if government made that decision and committed to it, it would be cheaper.
What
It
about-
would be cheaper
and what
because
about
the
the-
infrastructure would have to be there.
What about the electric
Solar
car,
panels
Fred?
will get
Like, I
cheaper
drive these
because it
hybrids,
has
the
to.
cars. They're so nice to drive, so quiet. And
Sexy.
But you live in Perth where we burn coal to get electricity, so you're doing nothing for the environment.
well, they built a wind farm to power the water thing, the salt water reclamation
You
thing.
can't run on salt water.
Fun?
That's not the point. The point is that they burn coal to get the electricity that you put in your car. So in Perth, it's pointless.
Well, can't they use an alternative fuel source like nuclear power?
What about hydrogen? We've got hydrogen buses on the go.
At the moment,
Yeah, but you don't get hydrogen's not a fuel.
at the
source,
moment,
it's just a-
Colin Bonnet is trying to get WA to
Oh my god, that was like in primary school with those haunted stories.
trying to get government to export uranium, right? We won't burn it, we burn coal instead, and then we don't take back the waste to store it either.
But people are terrified of nuclear
Morally
power.
corrupt.
Absolutely terrified.
Yeah, I mean, you ask the average Japanese how they feel about it. Not terrified.
No one died.
I think he means
From
I think he means directly from radiation.
yet. That is
Yeah, yet. 20,000 people died from the natural event that caused the accident, but no one actually died from
we
the
should
nuclear
drain
thing.
the oceans.
Yeah.
They'd claim millions of lives. every
Yeah,
year.
Fred.
Think about how many people die of old
We
age.
should build a roof over the whole sky because lightning will get in.
Ooh, would you
You might get struck by lightning.
A little bit afraid of
Imagine
atomic energy.
What if Chernobyl happened in like Collie? Or whatever the fuck they make the news.
Right. Everyone just hangs out at Chernobyl now. It's fine.
They don't.
I see you guys have video of those guys that lived in the freaking reactor, like, just checking it out every day. And only one of the 12 died of cancer, which is lower than, one of us. More than that of us. If we had 12 people in here, more of us will die of cancer just from natural stuff anyway.
I don't believe that.
James, those guys were fucking pissing themselves, though.
Yeah, all over nothing.
They were terrified every day. They were like,
every day for a month.
Anyway, if they can live and work inside this broken reactor and not get that bad cancer, compare that to the people that live like 20 kilometers away. You only have to make exclusion like 20 kilometers away, which is no different to like the radioactive waste that comes from a coal mine is stronger than that comes from a nuclear power factory.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
James,
yeah,
that's
but
not
during a
render an area
meltdown, it's
inhabitable.
different.
Yeah.
well, let's not have a meltdown then.
Oh yeah. But,
Oh, well, I'm
you
all
know,
for that.
Stop.
Right?
Just
The
stop
thing is-
people crashing cars. As well.
What?
Okay.
Two-
Well, now I did that.
There's only been 3 nuclear meltdowns ever, right? That causes the radioactive, but every single coal mine, every single one of them creates radioactive waste.
No,
hey,
it
I'm
doesn't.
opposed to coal.
It's a very small. It's like it creates.
That's not
more.
that's not even to get into the fact that it causes greenhouse gases and all that stuff.
James, you're just making stuff up. There's non-true facts.
No, coal. They
Well,
do.
the coal.
Yeah, it does produce
operates
radioactive
waste,
But
but
it's
like
not radioactive waste like radioactive waste.
No, but it gives off a
like-
It's
creates a
terrible. You
radiation-
don't want to live
radioactive
near
environment.
the Collie coal mine just as
no,
anything
it's
more
like
than the
most
Chernobyl.
piss weak radiation. You can measure radiation, James. It's not like some mystical, magical thing that may or may not cause
No, well,
cancer.
there's radioactive waste, there's
dose
coal
kind
dust
of-
that's cancerous, there's everything that you don't want to live anywhere near
Well,
the coal
coal
mine.
dust is completely
Guess
different
what
to
we have?
radioactive
So if I
waste.
gave you a
James.
house
coal
in
dust is
Collie or
not
Chernobyl,
radioactive.
you'd go to Chernobyl because it's
Pardon?
safer.
Probably. It'd be way cool too.
Well, you're
I'm in
idiot. I said
Chernobyl,
safe.
broadcasting live from Chernobyl. I get heaps of hits.
I thought we were going to do a Chernobyl
But
road
Fred,
trip.
why do you, the thing is, why do you have a coal mine in
A
Chernobyl?
lead-lined bus.
Why do you have a college?
I mean, sorry, why do you have a coal mine in Collie? Because you have to have it there with the coal mine to make it efficient, right? You can put the nuclear reactor out in the middle of the desert where we have
Because you got to
the
get
remote
electricity
regions.
to
Oh,
Perth.
no, you bring power lines in.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And that uses up energy and it costs resources and money to build them.
So,
It's not perfect.
it's
You lose
we
energy
already
from
have power lines going up there anyway.
Not that
Out to
can take-
Mika's.
Not that can take a city's
Every
worth
house, every rooftop should just be covered in solar panels.
That's so
true.
true, because then you got to mine all the shit to make the
But
solar
I think,
panels.
yeah, I
I
think
know, it's a
solar
good
panels
idea.
are net loss.
No, it's
to the
not.
environment.
That's why
net
we
loss
use
to the
nuclear
environment.
power.
Solar
What about
panels
the
are an
waste?
inefficient
Pardon?
method of generating electricity.
buried in the desert.
France is 70% nuclear power. They don't produce a single ounce of waste.
That's bullshit,
That's
James.
bullshit.
Where does all their waste go?
They recycle it. They put in X-ray machines and
Yeah.
Nuclear bombs, which they like put in there.
They reprocess it, don't they?
yeah. China's new nuclear reactors don't make any waste.
They're able to make them.
Fred, you're just buying into the propaganda against nuclear power.
I'm not totally-
You're buying into the coal and oil propaganda.
No, James, you're
not
buying
true.
into the propaganda. The nuclear reactors are waste free. Yes, you are. Who do you think the propaganda's generated by? The nuclear reactor companies that say, "Oh, new nuclear reactors are completely waste free and safe," or the people that have
Right,
no
but
money
they're
and
not.
power.
They're not run. They're not companies. It's a communist state. It's run by the government.
France is a communist state run by.
Why would China? Why would China?
Whoa! Let's back that up.
I'm talking about China.
Okay.
Why would China? What's the interest of government? China wouldn't give a stuff. They would just make them all. They would just make the.
China is like poised to be the biggest like manufacturer of nuclear reactors in
Exactly.
the world.
So why would they? If they don't care about their people, why would they? But they would just make any old nuclear reactor. But instead, they're like, oh, we can make these nuclear reactors that don't produce waste.
Or they can say they make these nuclear reactors that don't produce waste.
Bill
How
Gates,
does it work, James? How does it work?
well, the French, right? They just use the traditional. And they just recycle the X-rays, all the
But
waste.
that's not saying it's waste. That's like we've got a shitload of radioactive stuff. Let's put it in X-ray sources and now it's recycled.
Yeah.
There's still radioactive stuff out there.
Do you know the radio waste myth comes from the US, right, which refuses to export it because they're scared people make it into nuclear bombs. So they don't recycle any waste. They only store it into facilities. Right? That's where the waste comes from. If you're a country like France, you just recycle the waste and you don't care and you just use normal security to stop making people from making normal bombs. That's where it comes
So
from.
you're saying they sell it to these companies who say, I'm
Right.
going to recycle this nuclear waste, and they take this nuclear waste and they dump it in
And
the
the
ocean,
China,
and they
the
get all
new,
this money and
the
say,
new
"We've
China
recycled
plants,
this
right?
nuclear
They
waste."
just do the reaction inside like these lead pellets, and then when the reaction ceases, it just stops, and it doesn't. These pellets you can just put anywhere, and they're perfectly safe. I don't know how it works. What?
You can't even have the concrete from around a nuclear reactor. You know.
Now you can put these
Sounds
pellets just anywhere.
Yeah.
You can line a baby's crib with them.
Yeah.
That's what they had. I watched a documentary and how the Chinese people were like, "Oh, this is a used one that came through the system and died. I'm just holding it. I'm not scared." They had
I agree that it's-
Geiger meter
Most
going.
of the ones that have blown up are designs that are about 30 years old.
Yeah, there's never been a single accident from over the time. Even that one in Japan is an ancient system that was due for replacement anyway.
But that doesn't mean that another one's not going to blow up.
Pardon?
It's like with the space shuttles, right? They have hundreds of really intelligent engineers working their ass off to make this thing not explode, and 2 of them have exploded. So it's just like,
No, but that's because when they when they did that, the Columbia thing, they realized, holy crap, this whole design was just flawed from the start.
Yeah.
It's a fluke that we managed to go this long without the
Yeah,
foam
but that's
hitting the
not the
wing
point.
before.
The point is that,
I mean,
right?
they're putting crappy foam on the tank that was damaging the aircraft. They figured, they just assumed, and you know what you're saying is about assumption, Fred. They assumed, foam falling onto the wing wouldn't create enough force, so we won't even worry about it. And they realized when they actually did a test, they're saying, foam falling at the speed as the aircraft is flying up creates
but
like a
that's-
bullet-sized thing that pushes a hole through the tiles.
Yeah, but it's not about. It's just
That's a fundamental design problem. It was just overlooking. It wasn't like they sat there.
but
it's
that's not the
it's
point.
way more complicated. It's the space shuttle has more moving parts than any other machine operating in history, Fred. It's the most complicated piece of machinery
but
ever created. way more complicated than a nuclear reaction.
You got a 1 in 1 million chance of a nuclear reactor blowing up. But if you have a million nuclear reactors,
Or
going
what's the
24
other
hours a day-
options, Fred?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just saying.
it's just let's just keep burning oil and coal until we work some mystical device out that's going to do way more damage in the meantime. That even if the Chernobyl's ever done, Fred, like Chernobyl has kept 50 square kilometers unlivable, right? Burning coal and oil is going to make the whole Earth unlivable in 50 years. So let's just. You're gonna Fiji is going to be off the map. It's going to be flooded. That's a whole nation that's going to be underwater because we're burning all this fossil fuels. That's way worse than what Chernobyl ever did.
Yeah, but what is the complete energy output of fossil fuels compared with the complete energy
You
output?
can go look
of
up statistics.
all the
How
nuclear
deaths
reactors
caused by
versus-
coal mines versus deaths caused by
Yeah, but
nuclear
that's
reactors on proportion. No,
Yeah, but coal mines versus nuclear reactors.
and there's way
James.
more
You're not
deaths from
comparing apples with
those
apples.
You're talking
accidents.
about per capita or per? Oh, it's per megawatt hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go look at the stats. You're just buying into this myth that it's nuclear, it's got to be bad.
No, I think you're buying into the myth of the nuclear
Well,
reactor companies, James.
Well, let's Google how much nuclear waste is for reactors.
Deaths,
sure that they-
like area of land rendered uninhabitable per megawatt hour. I think you'll find nuclear reactors.
The whole Earth being rendered uninhabitable by
It
fossil
hasn't
fuels.
happened, and it's not really likely to happen.
Right,
James.
but even if the sea levels go 1 meter and we normalise, that still wipes off Fiji off the map.
Yeah, but Fiji is probably a smaller area than Chernobyl.
I don't think
a
so.
fact
A
that I
lot
learned
less
the other
people
day.
live there.
Did you know humans move more?
And a whole culture will be wiped out. Do you know what I mean? People at Chernobyl just have to move next door. That's all they had to do. In fact, the people lived
of
and
Fukushima,
worked
James.
at the power plant right next to the nuclear plant for the next 20 years before the nuclear power plant ran out of fuel before they shut it down.
What about the nuclear plume that spread across Western or Eastern Europe?
Right, and where's the evidence that that did any damage?
They detected. The reason they knew about Chernobyl is because people in Finland detected the radiation before the Soviets told everyone. So they knew it was there. And I'm pretty sure there's still places in Europe where they won't buy the milk from because it's just. Or at least feed it to infants, maybe.
There's loads of places where you can't buy mushrooms from because they bioaccumulate radioactive waste.
Well,
Did you watch The Cove? They were talking about bioaccumulation of mercury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mercury in the oceans is awful. I was reading this article where you shouldn't eat any fishes bigger
You know
than
this
your
guy-
plate.
That's why you shouldn't
There
buy
was this
tuna
guy
fish because they're like the biggest fish in the
in
ocean.
America.
And salmon.
Who ate sushi every day. He was a film producer or a record producer.
Did you get mercury poisoning?
Yeah, he got mercury poisoning from eating sushi every day because he'd have that much tuna and salmon.
That's insane. Yeah, that article about, don't eat a fish bigger than your plate. I was like, whoa. Yeah, because they're eating all this other shit that's been eating all this other shit so it all just builds up in them. Because their bodies can't process it. But I love salmon. I don't think I eat enough that I'm going to get
Eat
mercury
baby
poisoning.
salmon. Don't know if it would work. Salmon eggs? Roe? I don't know.
I don't like raw.
I don't eat tuna anymore.
Canned?
Baby
No.
salmon.
Is that a political statement or you just don't have a taste anymore?
No, I love tuna, but I can't. It's too scary, the amount of tuna that's farmed from the oceans.
It's pretty ridiculous.
The fish are bigger than we are. They're the biggest fish there are. They're massive.
I read a
And they just and it's like, I think part of it's that, and like, tuna stocks are declining rapidly, but part of it's also that it's such a waste and such an insult to such a beautiful fish to put it in a can and sell it as like the cheapest canned fish you can buy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
like,
yeah.
it's such a beautiful meat that's so delicious, yet we like process it in such a crass
the way it's
and
processed is
turn it
revolting.
into some like flavored cat food stuff.
But it's like, yeah, if you have a fresh tuna steak, like,
Yeah,
that's
it's magic.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I feel that same
sashimi.
way.
Like,
I feel that same way about tinned
But that's
salmon.
like, I mean, do they buy tuna here? Do they have fish tuna in or anywhere around here? Because then it's like the transportation costs of getting you fresh tuna would surely be astronomical, which is why it's so expensive.
that's why it's so expensive. Yeah,
Mm.
but that's why I choose not to eat tin tuna. I mean, I wouldn't choose.
No, I'm just doing it.
Yeah, fair enough. Good.
More sardines. Or are they bad as well?
No, sardines are the
Sardines
thing to
probably-
eat
Yeah, because they're tiny.
because they're tiny.
No, but I'm talking about from environmental grounds.
No, but because they're
Well,
so tiny, they like
Sustainability. Oh, they regrow.
they reproduce very
But
rapidly.
you also probably
Yeah.
shouldn't be eating any meat.
Oh, fuck that.
No, that's bullshit.
Don't eat
Meat's
a lot of
delicious.
I'm just talking.
You gotta eat meat.
Hey, I'm talking here.
meat. I don't. You don't have to eat meat every day, but I do. But you don't have to. That's the fact that you don't.
I love meat.
Yeah. My ancestors didn't bust their ass getting to the top of the food chain so that I could eat vegetables. It's an insult to my forefathers.
I tried not to eat so much meat, but then like I started eating lots of meat,
We need a lot of
and it's
corned beef.
delicious.
I made corned beef just a few weeks ago. I hadn't made it in years.
Did you like it?
Did you buy it in a can? Where do you corned beef from?
Yeah, in a can. No.
I've got it because I got this slow cooker.
Yeah.
Get a big thing. It's like $5 a kilo, $5-6 a kilo. Get a massive like rump piece of corned beef.
Where'd you get
Put
it
in the
from?
corned beef.
Just get a Coles.
Coles
I've got
and
a
Woolies.
Coles.
Whereabouts from?
It's in the meat section.
Corned
It's like
beef.
It's like a bag.
Yeah,
it's like a
big
bag.
bag.
It's like a hunk of meat, like this big, and it's just a bag.
And it's just salted, and I stick it in a slow cooker in the morning with some onion, peppercorns, bay leaf,
Peppercorns, bay leaf,
brown sugar,
cloves.
malt vinegar. I haven't done cloves. I should do that.
Dude, no, you haven't done cloves.
No,
Okay, the whole thing, right? First step, cloves. Get a whole bag of cloves.
I did, but I cooked a
Put
meal with
cloves
cloves
in the whole-
Oh no, that was star anise, and I made it.
No,
really
star
weird.
anise is licorice. No,
Yeah.
this cloves. Put them all over. Jab them in the sharp end.
Do you roast it or like just boil it?
I boil mine.
Yeah, so I slow cook it for 8 hours.
I boil mine all over the whole thing, so it almost looks like it's jeweled with these cloves. Then I rub brown sugar, then put it in. The cloves make it amazing.
You roast?
No, in the pot. I put it in there.
Like fill up with water, so it's like
Yeah, so it's
sitting in there.
so it's submerged. Yeah,
You rub brown
So
sugar
what are you
on
cooking?
yeah.
Corned beef.
Ah.
James, get into it.
We should have a corned beef off.
We should have a corned beef.
I had corned beef tonight. I'd go home and bring some back.
We should have a dinner party
I gotta kick you guys
where
out.
we like
Oh shit, I gotta eat it.
have the like rank everyone's meals on like most flavor per dollar value.
Yeah, you got an $8 limit.
No, you bring your meal. Everyone ranks it on flavor,
Ah.
and then you present how much it costs to cook,
A receipt.
and then you like divide the total score
That's an
versus the
excellent idea.
monetary value.
That's a really good idea. Played on. But you should get into corned beef.
Totally gonna get into corned beef.
It can be kind of gross.
Yeah.
I used to make it all the time in Melbourne, all the time. And then I had
Corned
it.
beef.
Yeah.
You never told us about this, Cameron.
You always just knock me. I'm like, I had
No,
something
that's
called.
hash. That's out of a can.
Have you been listening to our discussion?
You don't like hash.
No.
What's hash?
Corned beef hash. It's canned corned beef, but
I
that's
don't-
like
That's
spam
something.
and ham. You know, they're not the same.
But when you get it, it's a big chunk of meat, right? And you'll put it on the table, and it's not like getting a steak. This thing's huge, and you'll touch it, and it'll be like the wobble of a thigh.
Yeah.
You know when it's not flexed? So when you're rubbing brown sugar on it, it'll be wobbling like you know, like
Well, it's
someone's
just a big
thigh.
piece of meat, but it's also
Yeah.
a bit weird because of the
And
salt.
sometimes you can get veins. You'll see big arteries in it. So it can be quite confronting because you look at, you know,
I've never had an artery.
well, not, you know, like, haven't you?
Campbell buys the real cheap stuff.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes
really?
you'll
I
see
haven't.
one and it's sort of squashed and
Oh, yeah,
remnants
but
of
that's-
bits.
It's sort of pulsing.
But it's just confronting because usually, you know, you get a salmon steak or you get a steak of beef or you get chops or even ribs. But it's quite removed.
You know it's cheaper than capsicum? Green capsicum. Not even red capsicum.
What is corned beef?
Corned beef, yeah.
Fuck me, really?
It's like $6 a kilo. Capsicum's like...
So what do you buy? You go to the butcher and just ask for corned beef.
No, just go to... Oh, man, everyone's going to get got mad at corned beef.
Oh, it's going to send the price right up. It's terrified.
I should stock
Take
up.
this off air. Take it off air.
Just at Woolworths or wherever. Any of your local supermarkets.
Any good quality soup.
They just have something called corned beef.
It's
Not
in a
Woolworths.
big bag.
They've got
in the
something
meat
called
section.
corned beef.
Or are you guys just getting regular beef and turning it into corned beef?
No.
No.
It's just beef that's
Salted.
It's soaked in brine for God knows how long, and preserved is presumably.
And you slow cook it.
You slow cook it for 8 hours, or you just...
Man,
Mum
I
and
want
Dad
one of
used to
these
put it in
watches.
the pressure cooker.
Yeah, you can.
Expensive.
165.
What do you want?
I found there's Yuri Gagarin watches for 160.
Dollars.
Mm.
That's a lot better than 2,000.
Yeah, well, we're
It's
talking
Russian.
Russia here, man.
It's like that old joke about the Americans spent millions of dollars
developing an
developing
space pen.
Yeah,
And Russians used a pencil.
the Americans spent all this time testing this stupid space watch.
And the Russians
The
probably
Russians
sent Yuri up with 5 watches.
Watch, 'cause- yeah.
I heard that, that some guy was on Mer for like 2 years and he came back like a second younger than everyone else or something.
Yeah, I think.
Which is
Or was it second older? Second younger.
wow,
He's
that's
younger, I think.
what does that mean?
It's because of time dilation. He experienced the second less than less than everyone else.
So he slept
Because he
in.
was moving, and everyone else was stationary. So his clocks, if he had the perfect watch, like the speed, it would be a second faster than everyone else's. A second slower.
But in fact, he didn't have the perfect.
He didn't. He used some shitty Russian one. It wasn't good to a second, so he never knew.
Are you guys getting into the Neil deGrasse Tyson podcast?
No. That sounds like a Goosebumps story, though. About that guy going up into space, having the wrong watch, and then not knowing if he lived a second longer or less.
That would totally kill me.
Remember how big they were?
Goosebumps.
I never read a single good.
He's R.L. Stein's on Twitter, I think.
Is he still living off the Goosebumps mode?
What do you mean?
Yeah, look up his Twitter profile.
Probably Nigeria could live off his Goosebumps books, man.
Hey, would you ever buy as an investment? I guess that would be a really bad.
No.
buy the rights to something like that. You know, because if you own the rights to a famous song, surely you make a shitload of money.
Yeah. It's like
you
Pink
bought the
Floyd.
rights to.
Like every
So
time
if
their
I was like,
songs
how
get
much would you
played.
pay for the rights to Goosebumps? It's an auction.
I don't have much money,
I
though.
don't think books really demand.
How much would you think that they'd be
True.
worth? I don't know.
I don't know.
100 grand?
Oh, fuckloads more than that. You'd be talking millions.
Millions? No, because who's buying? Who's making new Goosebumps now?
R.L. Stein.
He's not still making them, is he?
Oh, I don't know. They've done a gold.
Oh, Amazon, he's got a video of his office.
They've done a
Did you
His
ever watch that
Twitter
interview
bio
with
is my
Maurice
job
Sendak and
to terrify
Stephen
kids.
Colbert?
What's that?
Did you ever watch that interview with Maurice Sendak, the guy who wrote Where the
Yeah.
Wild Things Are?
Yeah, I watched that.
That guy's completely insane.
It was weird. Man, Goosebumps, it's probably like a multi-billion-dollar industry.
It's not a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Check it out. You can get Goosebumps on iTunes.
Go on Amazon.com and check out sales or something.
They have these sweet websites.
Check out this website. Watch Goosebumps on Hub. Download Goosebumps on iTunes.
Yeah, you'd pay $1 million. Easy.
No.
Multi-million dollars.
For that. What about a song?
As of 2008, the series has sold over 350 million books.
Whoa!
2008. That's in the last 4 years.
What as of since 2008?
No, as of 2008. I think they mean like
Up to
Yeah, but that's
2008.
like including the boom time. That's like up
Boom
to
time was
now.
good, though.
They've sold 10 million barrels of whale oil.